We're going to show your customers in a minute. You got a lot of big name customers, NVIDIA, JP Morgan Chase. Also, a recent study came out that showed you had the most powerful quantum computer, but I don't think a lot of people know what that really means. What does it really mean to have the most powerful quantum computer, and how do these big name customers use your tech?
That's a great question. Great to be here. The most powerful quantum computer is essentially just that. The power is in what it allows users to do. So out of 19 available quantum computers, a third party benchmarked us as having the most powerful quantum computer in terms of the kind of complex algorithms and problems you can solve on it, and how effectively you can write algorithms for it. So it's both in terms of the outcomes it can generate and the productivity with what it can. Now, that was on our H1 and H2 computers. H2 is, by relative terms, old.
Okay.
The one we are going to release in a few months is up to 1 trillion times, that's with a T, more powerful than the H2. So that train is accelerating exponentially.
All right. I made sure to call you Dr. Hazra because you know a lot more about this than most people do. You're getting a bit technical. So we just showed the customers again, JP Morgan, BMW, NVIDIA, Honeywell, the company that you spun off from. So give us an example what this super powerful quantum computer can do for an enterprise right now. You can use Honeywell, you can use any other customers.
Yeah, in addition to those customers you just named, we have a broad set of customers across the end markets of transportation, energy, bio and pharma, supply chains. What they essentially do, what quantum computers allow you to do is two things. One is do things more efficiently, solve larger problems, more complex data problems more efficiently. As we all know, that it takes, for classical compute, more and more energy and space. So quantum computing is a paradigm shift to look at more data more quickly, simultaneously. The second thing it does is probably the more exciting part is it unlocks AI. Quantum computers generate data about processes that are commonplace, yet we cannot model them very effectively with classical compute. And so what it does is it takes generative AI, this tremendous engine, and gives it the training that it needs to solve problems, whether it's discovering a new material, whether it's discovering a new drug, whether it's actually coming up with a solution to an optimization problem. So it's the power of AI plus quantum, which is the other big part of what a quantum computer can do. That's what our customers are doing.
By the way, I want to mention your company has about a $5 billion valuation, maybe even higher. It was a pre-cash valuation after your last investment. A lot of excitement around the quantum space right now, just in general. So one other thing I want to ask you about. A lot of times we talk about AI possibly replacing search. When we're looking at quantum computing, what does it mean for cybersecurity? Yesterday, we saw two of the most popular cybersecurity ETFs hit all-time highs, or highs since their inception, I believe. A lot of people say that quantum computing is going to make cybersecurity, I guess, more difficult.
Well, there's two ways to look at it. Most people have looked at early on that quantum computers become the attacker. But as we've seen, powerful quantum computers are also the solution to that. We actually have a product out there, it's been out there for 2 years, that helps you use the power of a quantum computer to encrypt things more securely. Encryption is the basis of guarding all your assets. And so what we think now, particularly with standardization happening around the algorithm space, is we finally get to a point of post-quantum safety. That is, our cyber infrastructure will be the most resilient it can be by using the most powerful form of compute to protect it.
All right. We were just showing the board just a second ago, showing some of the stock moves, some quantum stocks and the ETF, some pretty outsized moves, at least over the last month. Before that, a lot of volatility. I think a lot of people would like to know where we stand when it comes to quantum computing. Are we racing against other countries like China when it comes to quantum computing? Are we in the lead? Are we in second place? Where are we at?
So that's a great question. It is absolutely true that the run-up in the quantum stocks is a clear sign that quantum computing is real. We've had this debate for a while over the last 2-3 years. That debate has ended. It is now real. It is starting to solve real commercial problems, and it is the pathway to the future of computing. We are seeing investment in excess of $45 billion worldwide, and we are participating in it by governments to build national quantum ecosystems like the one we recently announced in Qatar.
But where's the U.S. at? I know you're doing deals with Qatar, and it's like $1 billion, I believe, over the next 10 years. But where is the U.S. stand right now? We're always wringing our hands about the AI race. where are we at in the quantum race, which seems like the next leg of this whole thing?
Quantum is the next opportunity for the United States, and we are encouraged to see go back to a focus on national competitiveness, onshoring supply chains, robust supply chains, and I'm really looking forward to the bipartisan support on the National Quantum Initiative Reauthorization Bill, which actually takes fundamental research in quantum and parlays it into commercial applications and leadership for the United States.
But Dr. Hazra, I got to say, you're not answering. We got to go. Are we in the lead? Are we behind? Where are we at?
We got to invest more deliberately and at greater levels to get up on the leaderboard on leading in terms of dollars. But there's a lot more we can do by investing in supply chains, workforce, as well as other areas that will continue to keep our compute leadership in the world.